Hello everyone and welcome back to Fallout Wasteland Warfare, the penultimate episode of Season 1 of our settlement mode. And we have a little bit of a unique mission today to do, but first we have the settlement phase to cover. And we do have 460 caps to play with, and because we're getting near the end of the season, it's time to start splurging a little. But before we do that, we're going to do our free Explorer card from our Ranger outpost. And then we also now have a crop field and a cooking station, so we can draw one food related card. I've made a little curated deck of like 10 to 12 cards that we'll just draw a food item from that gets added to our stores. But first, Explorer card, let's cut there. We're doing this one. Unexpected presence at the refinery. The abandoned ore processing... sorry, I can't read. The abandoned ore processing plant, that makes much more sense. It was usually quiet, but today a figure was there picking through the remains. Watching their technique would give you ideas to use. Either stay and observe them, draw and keep 3 boosts, or search the buildings, draw and keep 2 items. I'll take the boosts, because we haven't seen much boosts in this season. Yeah, so we'll draw and keep 3 boosts, which also affects what we can bring into the next mission. Okay, well before I look into that, I'll look at the boost deck in a second. Let's quickly see what our cooking station gives us. It's given us Nuka-Cola. Alright, so that's also in the potential pool, which I'll put here, because I've already decided what I want to bring into the next mission, but we're going to have to make some decisions, I think, with what we keep. Alright, the boost cards are looked out, so we get to, what was it, look at 3, and, I put away the card, that was a bad idea. I think it was look at 3, keep 2. So let's just, 1, 2, 3, I think I grabbed 3. Use your body. Combat roll. Before you roll, you can swap 1 yellow, green or blue for a black die. Get ready. When adding Overwatch, also add 1 to a model within presence. And first team go. You may choose which of your ready models you activate instead of having them activate all of them. We'll take these 2. Actually, I doubt we'll be taking any of them, depending on how limited we are with items. But we'll keep those 2, because you can bring 2 boosts, take up 1 space in what you're allowed to bring to battle with you, but that means we still have the 460 caps. Now, I asked last time how perks work, and apparently you do just pay what would be the cap cost in the battle mode for the game, which is just build 2 forces and have them fight each other. So apparently the armor perk is only 3 caps. I'm going to round it up and say it's 5. So we're going to buy this for the Sole Survivor, meaning that he can now customize armor and power armor. We also get a free armor workbench, so from the finale onwards we'll be drawing some armor cards and keeping some upgrades. Where is the armor deck? Oh, the armor workbench, sorry, is there. I do want to buy a power armor station, but I think we'll wait because we don't have power armor to repair, so it's not a massive issue. So what we're going to do with our 460 caps, less the 5 for that perk, we are going to buy another store. We're going to buy the final maintenance shed, and we're probably going to buy 2 lockers. Because that's what? That's 140 plus 150, so that's 290, that's 350, or then 355 used right there. And that means we get to pick more things to bring to battle, more things to take back from battle, and just in general store more as well, which is what I want. So we're going to upgrade that, and I'll do the quick math, see if there's anything else I want to spend on. If not, we'll probably go to the quest overview. Alright, one last check-in. There's how the 355 caps was spent. Stores, we've got 4 of them now, which means we can take 4 items, or any one of those items can also be 2 boosts instead into battle. We can retain after battle 5 things, including the stuff we bring, or again 2 boosts, and we can leave 4 things in New Hope, which is the important part, because we have 4 things I don't want to bring into battle, I think. Well, actually we might as well bring the Nuka-Cola if we have space, but we're storing the Ripper, the Bottle Cap Mine, and the Stealth Boy for sure. We have space to retain 1 more thing. I think I'll retain the boosts. I don't think we need them right now. I'll take the Nuka-Cola because I think we'll need the heal. So we'll take that. We'll put those in storage. That means we're taking 4 things into battle, but after battle we can still retain 1 more free thing. And that might be important. Although with the nature of the mission, maybe not. We'll see. I'll go over who's equipped with what after we hear what the mission is. Quest 6, the worst defense. A win will reward 200 caps. A loss will give 120 caps. Quest overview. If you don't trust people, then protecting your home with turrets and robots seems like the best option. Unfortunately, for a robot controller holed up in an old building, lightning struck his exposed mainframe and short-circuited everything on the network, causing him to lose control of his Protectron guards. He's running low on supplies and needs rescuing, so maybe now he'll learn to trust other people instead of robots. So you've heard the quest overview. Somebody has gotten himself into a spot of bother relying too much on robots and not protecting his mainframe. Now, we are using the Sturges model, but that is not going to be Sturges. We might think of another unique name in the future. But for now, he's just a settler and he's in trouble, so our team is going to go rescue him. Of course, the free tech is staying behind at New Hope because we have to leave someone there now to protect it. But we're bringing in some decent gear. The Soul Survivor is going to be upgraded to that laser rifle we got last time. See how that performs, and it should be good against the Protectrons. Our Settler is going to take the Hunter's Hunting Rifle, which doesn't really get any bonuses here, but whatever. And she's also going to carry the Nuka-Cola that we just got. And then the Scavenger is going to bring the Incendiary Assault Rifle. See how that does. Then of course we also have Dogmeat Scout and our trusty Mr. Handy, who is named Pennyworth. They will be deploying yellow in from the diagonal edge of the table here. Kind of imagine like a fan shape here. That's their deployment zone. It's a bit weird because even though it's a 3x3 table, the area we're actually going to be playing in is much smaller to represent this very secured area this paranoid settler has made for himself that has also become his prison. So during the mission overview you will have seen that the trapped settler is up there in the building. And this is the enclosed area that he at one point was feeling very safe in. And he does have one remaining turret which does not function like turrets normally do. It's not going to have the 3 reaction shots per turn. He is remotely controlling it from his terminal to help us out. He's going to fire it once per turn at one of the Protectrons to try and help us take them out. He doesn't have enough ammo to take them all out, so that's why he never used them all himself. And the Protectrons are pretty tough, so there's an added little bonus for help, in that there used to be mines here as well, because again he's very paranoid and defended it. When the Protectrons went haywire, they walked on the mines and blew them up. So we're going to roll the armor die to see how many of the 4 Protectrons on the map, 1, 2, 3, 4, stepped in a mine, and then a black die for each of them to see how hurt they was. So that's going to be between 0 and 1 damage. Actually, let's count the nuke icon as 3, just to be easier on myself. So all 4 of them actually managed to step on mines. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, he took 1 damage from a mine. 1 damage from a mine. I'm sensing a theme, top left. 1 damage from a mine. This is helpful, even if it's... Oh, okay, fine. They all took 1 extra damage from a mine. That is fine. I think they still have like 6 health, and they have a lot of armor. And these are proper Protectrons, not weakened ones. If we'd gotten this earlier in the season, it would have been weaker ones. So hopefully our gear will be suitable. And because of the nature of it, there's no lootables, because he's already successfully looted everything, and that's what he's been living on in that building, unable to escape. We're going to say that we've got 5 turns to take out the Protectrons, or at least enough of them that the settler can get out alive. We'll see what happens. The team is deployed down here. The robots are going to go first, and with that, let's jump into battle round 1. So with the robots acting first, it was this Protectron, who was a kind of in the open to start with. 1 yellow move forwards was not enough for him to initiate an attack with his laser hand, so he got into cover there and is prepared for the approaching targets. They just see everyone as a target now, it doesn't matter what faction they're from. So for my first activation for the turn, I am going to activate the settler that's up on the roof. He's going to use that console there to aim with and from the turret down here to shoot the back of the Protectron that just moved, because that way we can burn another Protectron turn where they don't get to fire. Using the Sturgis card's skill level, not the turret, although honestly it's not much better. And at blue range for the turret, you're getting a black and a yellow die thrown in, and the skill needed I believe is a 4, could be a 3. Definitely not an 8, which comes down to a 7. So he missed, so my plan is somewhat failed, but this way at least a Protectron won't get to fire at my people. Not so much for that plan. The next Protectron to activate was the blue one by the destroyed building here. He moved up once, and the maximum range of a Protectron hand laser is green plus blue, and that is enough that you can just touch the base of Dogmeat down here. So he's going to fire. At long range he's only getting a black die and it's skill 3, so it's not likely to do anything, but I should never say that before rolling. Thankfully it's a 7, so he did indeed miss. The Soul Survivor is moving up for me next, and he's going to shoot at the left Protectron there. And at laser rifle long range, it's a yellow plus a blue. He's behind cover, so that brings it down to a 3. A 5 becomes a 4. So close. Oh well. The blue Protectron right at the door of the building that the settler is trapped in activated next, and he is just walking forwards twice, kind of semi-obscured by the barrels there but doing nothing else with his turn. For my next activation, I'm going to charge Dogmeat up. Well, not literally do a charge because he couldn't quite get close enough, but 2 red moves does put him in the danger zone for attacking the Protectrons next turn. The Protectrons, incidentally, they have 4 flat physical armor and 3 energy, so they're not easy to get through. Normally 7 health, but obviously reduced to 6 as well. The final Protectron moved up and is now going to take a shot at poor Dogmeat downfield right there. Still long range, so it's just a black die. And it's a 4. Was it a 4 it needed? I think it was a 3. Thankfully it was a 3. There's no minus because it would have done 1 extra damage and they do flat 2. So that would have been 3 damage coming in there. So that is a good miss. With that, it's over to the rest of my settlers just to do as they please. Although having a wall of Protectrons coming at them is not a good thing. Well, Pennyworth is also fast, so he has also double moved red up here with Dogmeat, as he's also going to be the frontal charge. And he can take the shots a little bit better than the rest as well. So that's kind of the plan there. The Scavenger has moved up, and from there he can just fire his red-green incendiary assault rifle at this left Protectron, although because again it's in cover, this is down to a 1, so it's just a crit to get him. He actually got a crit. I was not prepared for this. The nuke does nothing on the incendiary assault rifle. You need to get a star to set the target on fire. It does break 1 of his armor though, so that means the Protectron is down to 3 armor. And he didn't block any of it, so he just took 2 damage. That's really good and very unexpected. Well, let's see if we can keep the luck going with the last activation for Battle Round 1. My Settler moving up once and then firing the Hunter's Hunting Rifle at long range, blue plus black, for 2 green dice thrown in. Her 6 skill comes down to 4 because of the cover, but hopefully the green dice will compensate for that. 6, no, that's a 9. That wouldn't have been enough to come down by anyway. Okay, that's fine. With the luck we just had, I'm not too mad about that. Over to the event then for the end of the first round. Alright, every card's a winner. Let's see what our event is this time. We're going to go with, you know what, we're going to double cut and do here. A hidden observer. Spend enough time in the wasteland and you develop specific instincts. Right now you have a feeling that someone is watching you from a distance. Well, I hope they're enjoying the show. It's probably Frank. Alright, the robots are of course getting first activation in Battle Round 2, and it's the most damaged Protectron that has been randomly selected. This gentleman here. It was a little bit tough to work out who was closer at Pennyworth than Dogmeat, but it seems to be Dogmeat. So he's going to fire. Close range is a black and a green. Their skill remains at a 3 though, so not a great chance of landing a hit. 4, thank goodness. I missed barely. His second shot, 7, he missed both times. That's what we want to see. It is time for some robot-on-robot violence. I activated Pennyworth and had him charge in, because I want to tie up some lasers as well. He's only going to get the 1 attack this turn. I forgot though, of course, he should have a charge bonus. What would be better, the green or the black die? Let's go risky and take the black die. Let's try and do lots of damage. He is skill 6. Yep, so 6s. He got a crit with a -1, which doesn't matter. He broke 1 armor, so the Protectron's got 3. He blocked 1 of it and took 1 damage. Not too shabby. Oh, I was totally forgetting that when a Protectron drops below half health, you have to test when they take damage to see if self-destruct gets initiated. You roll a blue die, and if it's the nuke, that's bad. It is not bad yet, but every time that one takes damage, unless it just outright kills him, of course, we'll have to roll again. So via RNG, it is the Protectron that is right there that is activating next, and he's going to shoot into combat because he doesn't care if the other one gets hit. They've gone haywire. At close range again, black plus green, but because he's shooting into combat, +2 to his skill, so he needs 5, although he might end up hitting his teammate. The first one did not hit, which is just as well, because it would have been 4 damage. Second one does hit for, oh no, it's doing 2 extra damage as well. Well, first of all, we have to see who it's hitting. 1 and 3 will be Pennyworth, 2 and 4 will be the Protectron. Ooh, he's hitting Pennyworth, that's not good. So that is 4 damage, 4 energy damage against his 2 energy defense. He didn't block any of it, he just took 4 of his 6 HP. That is real bad. Well, I'm making Dogmeat a target to try and make Pennyworth live another turn. Dogmeat charged, didn't bother leaving the charge icon down there. He can obviously make it his charge blue. In to attack that Protectron that's heavily wounded. The usual dog bite special with a black die thrown in for charge bonus. Oh, sorry, and also another green for outnumbering. That's all only going to matter though if he can hit a number without a critical fail. He's 6s. He actually got a crit. Okay, let's work this through. Do the bottle caps do anything? No, they would cancel overwatches. So all that really matters is that it hit for 1 extra damage and broke 1 armor. So that means the Protectron is down to 3 armor. He blocked essentially the bonus damage. He took 2 more. Unfortunately, that doesn't kill him. That puts him on 6 of his 7. Which means we need to test to see whether he doesn't explode instantly, I think. But does he initiate self-destruct? He does! Okay, I'm going to go read up on what that means again, because I've forgotten. So that Protectron right at the back is the next activate. However, first, just a note about self-destruct. If that Protectron gets another turn, it will only move, and then at the end of its move, it explodes for 4 damage in orange around it? No, yellow around it, with orange range, armor break, extra damage, stun, black die, 2 yellow dice. It's nasty, is what I'm saying. So ideally we need to land one more hit on that, which might happen here, I suppose, because he's shooting into the melee. It is more likely to hit one of my people. Either way, he's getting +2 to this for shooting into combat, so it's 5s. The first hit is a hit for for 1 extra damage rather. So 1 will be dog meat, 2 the Protectron, 3 Pennyworth, 4 dog meat. That's how you initiate that. 3, so that was 1, 2. Oh no, it's hitting Pennyworth for 1 extra damage. So that's 3 energy damage against 2 defense. He didn't block any of it, took 3 and is dead. Thankfully, Pennyworth does not explode. He's just fallen over for a little bit, and we'll repair him afterwards, but that's still nasty. Also, he has another shot. Robin has another shot. Oh, and he even went and crit as well for 1 extra damage. Alright, well, 1 and 3 will be dog meat. Oh, come on. That was extra damage. I knocked it over. So that's 3 damage against his energy defense. What's his base energy defense? 2. So he's 2 plus 1 right now. He blocked a total of 2 damage, so he took 1. That's not so bad. Well, I'm going to have our friend on the roof activate the turret, and he's going to shoot into the combat here to try and kill the Protectron that is going to self-destruct in the next turn. Thank goodness he went early in this turn to avoid it happening in turn 2, but we'd like him gone before turn 3. So he's shooting into combat, so his skill is up to a 6. That's a 10, so no. Oh dear. Well, we're already at the last Protectron for the turn. It's the other blue one there. He's also going to shoot into the combat right smack dab there. 5s. 10. Okay, I'm good at rolling 10s today. And the other one, it's a 7 that comes down to a 6. He managed to miss twice. Thank goodness. Well, we're just down to my 3, so let's see if the Scavenger can repeat his amazing turn 1 by moving up a little bit to get a better line of sight and shooting into the melee over there. Please don't hit dog meat. This puts him at a 5. Oh, you could just miss entirely. I suppose that also doesn't hit dog meat. Settler's moving up. You better believe that she is also taking a shot into that melee. I think that puts her at an 8 because she's 6 base, yeah. With 2 yellows thrown in for being close. She got a 6 on the dot, so that's good enough with absolutely nothing thrown in. 1 and 3 is the Protectron. Okay, she is hitting the Protectron. 2 damage against his 4 armor. He blocked all of it. Arg. Well, really need the Soul Survivor to land this shot. I can't have this Protectron potentially getting a turn before I get a turn next battle round. So he's shooting into that combat, which means he is up to a 7. And that's an 8 that didn't come down at all, which is a shame because it would have done a lot of damage. Oh no. If he it's a 1 in 4 chance that he activates first next turn, and Dogmeat's going to get exploded if he does. Well, before the impending boom, we have the potential boon. Let's see what's happening with an event card. Let's draw this one. Helios 1. The mirrors at Helios 1 need adjusting or smashing anything to stop the daily blinding glare from the sun's reflection at this time of year. The first ranged attack each model takes this turn suffers a -2 penalty. I will try my hardest to remember that. That's everyone's first shot. So battle round 3 already is going to be starting with, thankfully not the one that's going to self-destruct. The blue one next to him though is going to shoot into combat again. However, first of all, I don't think I explicitly stated, I only alluded to, but normally Protectrons don't do anything until they're aggravated by getting shot. This is different here because they've gone haywire, which is why they were aggressive from the get-go. He's shooting into combat. Hopefully he'll hit the one that's going to self-destruct, honestly, because otherwise he's going to randomly wander around a couple of times. Oh, apologies for the distraction. And I will potentially, well, he wanders around randomly, so he might potentially do worse if he wanders down here. If he wanders up there, he could be helpful, but either way. So this is up to 5s because he's shooting in combat. First is a hit. 1 and 3 will be dog meat. Okay, he's hitting dog meat. Base energy armor is 2. Why am I rolling that? Base energy armor is 2. He didn't block any of it. Dog meat took 2 damage. And then the other hit. is also hit with an extra damage and an armor break. 1 and 3 is dog meat. Okay, so the energy armor of a Protectron is 3, so he's down to 2 and he's taking 3 damage. Oh, well that means he's already dead. Because of the armor break that was there, but I knocked it. So he is dead. They don't explode if they just die normally, it's only if they go into self-destruct. So that Protectron is gone, but Dogmeat did take the 2 damage there, was it? Or was it 3? No, it was 2. It was 2. I'm pretty sure it was 2. There we go. So given that we're into the 3rd battle round and we've only managed to destroy 1 Protectron, and it wasn't even my side that destroyed the Protectron, it was their own side, we're going to change what happens at the top of turn 5. At the top of turn 5, the survivor up there in the building is going to get desperate to escape. He's going to appear at the front door there, and if he's the closest target, Protectrons will try and kill him if they're, like for instance, if that one is still there. If at the end of turn 5 he's alive, he's going to be considered to have gotten away free, alive, but we will forgo the potential bonus reward, other than just the caps for rescuing him. There is a chance that we'll get that turret for New Hope, to be specific. But for that to happen, the Protectrons need to die in 2 turns, well, by the end of turn 5. We'll see if that happens, and on that note, Scavenger moving up, firing at the blue Protectron in the open. So no cover here. Outside of range, red, and 9 is... doesn't matter. A 9 is a miss. He did 1 really good shot, and then I keep expecting the same or better, or just okay, and he's doing nothing but worse. Bleep bloop Fido, this Protectron is activating, and he's going to shoot 2 hand lasers into poor Dogmeat there at close range. Black plus green, 3 as the skill rating though, because he's not firing into combat. A 5 comes down to a 4, not good enough. Secondary roll, 3s. Is a 10 coming down to a 9? Good, he missed. Alright, because he's probably going to get 2 more pot shots sent at him, I'm activating Dogmeat. He's charged into the Protectron here, and he's going to try and bite him with a black die thrown in as the charge bonus. A 9876, it did hit for 1 extra damage, so that is 3 damage against 4 physical armor. He only blocked 1, so he did take 2. Not too bad. So because of where the last Protectron is standing and where that crate is, he can't really see Dogmeat, so he's going to fire long range at the Scavenger. So he's just getting a black die at that range, but he's firing twice, needing 3s. He did hit for 1 extra damage. What is the energy armor of a Scavenger? It is 1. He blocked none of it and took 3. Is he just going to die? No, not today. Oh, only now, 2/3 of the way through the turn, do I remember that everyone's first shot should have been -2 to their skill rolls because of the Helios event. I'm just going to ignore it for the rest of them, just so it's fair. We only have 2 more to go anyway, my 2 down here, but yeah, I did totally forget. So my Settler moved up and is going to take a crack shot at the blue Protectron that's in the open. Short range, so it's 2 yellow dice, and it's a 6. Okay, she got it with an armor break, so that puts in an extra damage, so 3 physical armor down. Or sorry, 4 down to 3 on the Protectron. They blocked 1 of it, so they blocked the extra damage, meaning he is taking 2. And he's still not at half health. The one down here isn't either, that's why we haven't done self-destruct rolls yet. Alright, let's see if we can keep this rolling. The turret is going to shoot him in the back. Short range, black plus yellow, using the survivor's skill / Sturgis's card. 4s. That's a 6. Not good enough, unfortunately. Could have got it finished off there. The Soul Survivor was my last activation. I kind of moved him a move and a half. Oh, forgot his super armor, which he does still have. Right there. He's moving up to that half wall. I want to get him in there a little bit rather than just taking 1 shot, giving cover to the Protectrons. Hopefully that'll pay off next turn. Alright, let's see what's going to happen and apply to turn 4, if indeed I remember it this time. I will try. I got distracted by text messages, it's not my fault. Black Mountain Radio. Okay, thankfully it's a nothing event. Alright, top of turn 4. Remember at the top of turn 5, the survivor is going to try and make a run for it. He's going to come out that door there, and then if he's still alive at the end of turn 5, it'll be a minor victory, let's say. He gets out alive, but if we want to get the best reward, we have to kill these 3 Protectrons in 2 turns. Not super likely, and the robot's going first, and it's this Protectron right here who's activating. He is going to shoot at the Soul Survivor, who is in cover. So he needs crits, basically, with just a black die thrown in. Crit. Nope. Crit. Big fail. That's the first big fail of the game, surprisingly. Alright, let's see if we can roast some robot. I'm going to go with the Sole Survivor. He's going to shoot into the blue Protectron, who is not in cover or in combat. Laser rifle, short range, blue plus black, and it is 5s. It's a 6. Arg. And that is a hit for an extra damage. Does the stars do anything on the laser rifle? No. Double bottle caps is set on fire. Single bottle cap is ignore armor. So he is up against just standard armor for energy on a Protectron, which is 3. He didn't block any of it, so he just took 3 damage because it's base 2, and that's the extra 1. That means he's at 6 of his 7, which means we need to roll for his self-destruct, which is just a blue. It did not initiate, so he's still alive with 1 health remaining. Well, it's a good job his self-destruct didn't trigger, because it's that Protectron that's activating next, and he's going to shoot into the melee because it's the closest thing. So he is at 5s. There's a fail with a quick action. That is an ultra fail. Okay, I see we haven't seen one for the entire game. We see 2 in the space of 3 activations. Well, let's see if Dogmeat can shoot through some armor. This has got 3 damage on it as well, so any damage will trigger the self-destruct check. 2 dog bites coming in, 6s. The first one is through for 1 extra damage against his 4 physical armor. He blocked 3 of it. It is 3 damage with the extra, so he fully blocked it. Other bite has a 7 down to a 5, good enough. Do the stars do anything? We'd give him a quick action, which doesn't really do much. 2 damage against 4 armor. He blocks all of it. Rough. That wasn't a deliberate pun either. Well, we're staying with that combat, and I believe you can use, like, you don't have to use improvised weapon in close combat. You can use your armament at -2. So that's what the hand lasers, or the Protectron with his hand lasers, is doing. He needs crits. 6 is a miss either way, and a 4 down to a 2 is also not good enough, assuming that it is indeed a -2. If I've done that wrong, apologies. Alright, just my activations. It's time to shine. Let's see if the turret can kill that Protectron right there. He absolutely could. It depends on the armor roll. He's down to 3 armor. He blocks 2 of it, which means the bonus point of damage gets through because the base damage of the turret is 2 physical. He is gone. Kaboom. Well, we didn't kaboom. That's the good part. So we're just down to the 2 Protectrons. One of them's only got 1 damage, so he's got 6 health left. One of them has 4. Well, the scavenger's moving up, and he is going to shoot into combat and pray that he doesn't hit Dogmeat, because he's rolling some good dice for up close with that incendiary assault rifle. Needing 3s normally, so this is 5s. That's a 9, so it doesn't matter because it only comes down to an 8. And it's pretty much going to be the same deal for the settler. She's moved up yellow, she's shooting into the combat. She needs 8s shooting into combat with 2 yellow dice at close range. You better believe she's done it. 1 and 3 will be the Protectron. Oh, come on. She hit Dogmeat, broke 1 armor on him, so he's got 1 left. But she did block, so he's taking 1 more damage, so he's not dead, but that still sucks. Well, the turns get a lot faster as people start dying. Let's see what the event is for the final turn. Acidic Air. Models cannot share items or use battle cry. Does not affect robots, synths, and people wearing power armor. So thankfully it doesn't really apply, so it's not something extra to consider. So with the beginning of the final battle round, the survivor has decided now is the time to try and flee the building, so he has appeared there. If he's still alive at the end of the turn, we get our minor victory. That does mean that the turret cannot be used, so we'll just tip it over so we remember that it can't fire this turn. It is exceptionally unlikely we're going to kill the 2 Protectrons, but at the very least we might be able to get him out alive. Well, we're actually going to see the thing that matters instantly, because this Protectron is the one of the 2 that's going to activate, and he is going to shoot Sturges, or not Sturges, because he is the closest target. So we're getting 2 shots at him, needing 3s. The first one hits for 1 extra damage. How much defense does he have? He has 2 physical armor. He blocked none of it. So that is 3 damage of his 4 health. Does he have 4 health? No, actually, he's pretty tanky. He has 7 health. And then the second shot is also a hit. He blocked 2 of the damage. There was no extra, so he actually entirely blocked. Oh, wait, it's energy damage. What's his energy armor? Oh, it's 2 as well. Okay, so that was done correctly. So he is going to live, at the very least. Well, let's see if Dogmeat can bite the robot this turn. 6s. 10 comes down to 7. Not good enough. Also, this is tipping slightly, so maybe throwing off the results. There we go. Let's try that. It is a hit. It's 1 extra arm damage plus the quick action. So he's down to 3 physical. He blocked 1 of it, took 1. Does he trigger self-destruct? No, he does not. And we're instantly into robot retaliation against Dogmeat, needing a crit. 2 misses, because that comes down to a 7, which is just as well, because it would have done extra damage. Alright, Scavenger, I really need you to not shoot Dogmeat this time. 2 shots into the melee with the incendiary assault rifle. 5s, that puts him at. The first one is a hit. 1 and 3 will be the Protectron. I see. I see, yes, quite. 3 damage against... oh, so does that say I'm on fire too? No, it's a star. Against 2 armor. He actually blocked everything except the bonus damage. He's still alive on 1 health. Good job. The second shot, which I'm sure will hit the robot, or just miss entirely. It is a crit. Oh no. Please hit the robot. I see. Well, even if he fully blocked, which he didn't, look away children, Dogmeat has been taken out by one of his own. Well, we're still just staying here because it comes down to this. The sole survivor shooting that Protectron, point blank, not going to give him cover for that. And it's 5s. Nope, which is a shame because that would have been really good. 5s. Oh, you suck. It is now impossible at this point for us to get a pure victory rather than a minor victory, but the Settler might as well try and take out the Protectron here. Why not? That's a fail on a double armor break, which would have been fantastic. That's a hit with an armor break, so he's got 3 armor against 3 damage. Blocked 2 of it, so only the bonus damage got through, which is 5. Would it trigger his self-destruct? It would not, but it doesn't matter, because we're going to end there with what we're going to call a minor victory. So the survivors managed to carry their wounded out and also rescue the survivor who was in the building, but because it's a minor victory we're not going to be able to loot that turret, which would have been a wonderful defense mechanism to have at Fort Hope. No, that's wrong, that's from Back 4 Blood. From New Hope. So unfortunately we had to hurry away because the Protectrons hadn't been finished off, didn't have time to scavenge, but we did get someone who's now more willing to trust humans. He's going to be using the Sturgis card, but he is just going to be a survivor. We might give him a name down the line. We have 4 bits of gear, which we can now retain all of, so we don't need to make any decisions. So we're keeping everything we had there, and this is the Sturgis card right here. He's equipped with a 44 revolver, which he has speciality of, so that he's technically perception 6 when he uses that, because you get a +2 bonus. And he's just got a basic pipe wrench, same as the Scavenger and the Settler. So at the very least we got an extra body who has okay, decent stats, like he's tanky. His chance to shoot isn't that great and he needs to get up close and personal because it's range blue, but he's got good health, so he kind of fills that space left by the free tech having to guard this element. Would have been really nice to have a turret there as well for what's coming, because next time is the series finale and it's going to be very, very rough, because throughout this season we were supposed to get really geared up, get defenses built, get power armor, get all this great stuff that's going to help us against what's coming. Frank's Retribution next time. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And until then, ta-ta for now.